have void start as your method. This is a constructor. Then this system.out.println is for printing a statement wherein we are printing vehicle is starting. So now we are having this subclass. Subclass is class car. So this car is your subclass or the child class which is inherited from vehicle. Class car extends vehicle. This entire statement tells us that this car is being inherited from the vehicle. In num door, again a variable which is being declared. Void display, this is your method. So system.out.println, in this particular first subclass we have this car speed plus speed, that is for printing using a concatenation operator. System.out.println car doors plus num door. So this will print, this is first subclass, this is your second subclass. So these two classes, subclasses, are being inherited from the superclass or the parent class, that is vehicle. So this class bike extend vehicle boolean has career, again a variable we have declared. Then void display, this is your method. So system.out.println, again for printing we have used this bike speed plus speed has career, that will display your bike speed and this. Now this is your main method. So like earlier we have done C program or the C++, how do you declare a function or a method and then we used to call that function in a main method. So this is your main, public class main, public static void main, this is your main method. JVM will understand only through this, JVM will understand this main method and your program will be executed. So car, my car is equal to new car, my car dot speed is equal to 120, you are declaring or assigning values. Declaration has already been done, we are assigning the values over here. My car dot num doors is equal to 4. This is your call of your methods which we have already written or declared over there. This is void display, void start, my car. This you have, through this we are creating a object of the class. Using new keyword, object is being created. Clear? Bike, my bike is equal to new bike. Similarly, now this subclass will be called in that particular main method. Bike, my bike is equal to new bike. Object of bike is created. Object has been created. My bikes dot speed is equal to 80. We have assigned the variables. We have assigned the values to them. My bike dot has career is equal to true because it's boolean. So true or false we will be passing on the values. My bike dot start, my bike dot display. Clear? So the output would be vehicle is starting, that was, let's see, vehicle is starting, this particular which will be called, and then we have car speed 120, car doors are 4, bike speed is 80 and has career is 2. The value which has been declared in the main method will be printed as your output. So now the next, this was an example for which we will be writing a Java program that will include a superclass, that is vehicle, and that will have a subclass, again car. The different cars can have a brand or the attributes of Toyota, Maruti, Hyundai, and the method display info will print the brand of the vehicle. So for which we will be in the main method creating an instance, set the brand and model. We will be calling both the function of the display and display car info. So as per the question, this is the program. We have created a vehicle. So we have created a class vehicle. Again, this is your variable, string brand. Then constructor, that is vehicle. We have passed on the parameter. This is parameterized constructor. And this brand is equal to brand. Method to display is void display info. This is a method which we have declared. In method, we have printed a statement, SOP, vehicle brand plus brand. Subclass, this subclass will be inheriting from the vehicle, that is Toyota, or class car extend. This is inheritance, that is using extends. keyword, string model, and the constructor would be car, string brand, string model, super brand. This is the superclass of the constructor, this constructor which we have already created in the superclass, and this model is equal to model. So method to display the method model is void display car info, void display car info, system dot println is car model, model will be printed. Then main class, public class main, public static void main. In this main, again this is the object which is being created. For that we will be calling the method from the vehicle class, that is my car dot display info, my car dot display car info. So this was the complete part of the superclass and subclass. Now continuing with the encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation mainly refers to the data hiding part. So it is one of the core concept of object oriented programming, that is OOPS, which is OOPS already have a 4 key pillars. First main pillar is so object has mainly 4 parts: inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction. OOPS is object oriented programming system or programming wherein we generally, this is used with C++ or Java. So in Java the entire main method starts with classes and objects. So this classes part is wherein both inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation and abstraction are covered. From this classes we create an object. So encapsulation is one of the core feature of the object oriented programming, which is mainly hiding of the process which is not required for the public method or to be shown to the users. So coming to the access specifiers, there are 3 types of access specifiers: public, private and protected. So process of hiding the data of the class that only allows for the user to access through the public specifiers, which will help in the data security and direct modification of the variables. That is what encapsulation is. So using private access modifiers we can restrict the data access to the variable, which means the scope is being restricted. Scope of the variables will be only for the public, it is for the entire set of the users, or the main method also wherein you are calling. And if we are assigning a private as a specifier, then the scope would be limited to the function wherein you have declared that particular private variable. Provide public getter and setter method to read and modify the private variables. As in C we used to use get and put method, similarly in Java we have the getter and setter method which are being used to access the variable for the private variables. Improves the data security and maintain the control over the class attributes. Then coming to the example, like for example the very general example for the Java we use is bank account, wherein the salary we don't want to disclose or show anybody. So that salary wala part or bank balance wala part is made as your private variable. So class bank account, we have declared a class, we have created a class bank account, private double balance. So this is a private variable. Now here comes your data hiding wala part, which means this is your encapsulation, constructor to initialize balance, then public bank account. This double initialize balance, we are again parameter is being passed if initial balance is greater than 0. So herein we are putting a loop wherein we say whatever initial balance we have, if it is greater than 0, then assign balance is equal to initial balance, which means already there is a value in that particular balance and we have assigned that value. Else if it is less than 0, then balance is 0, balance is initialized as 0, and now we'll be starting with whatever we have, we'll be putting the balance in it. Second is, now we have already referred that getter method and the setter method are used to access those private variables. So we have already declared private double balance. Now to access this particular variable, we'll be using the getter method to view that particular balance. So public double get balance, this public, we have created a method as a public. Return balance, this will use to return the variable. Now setter method will allow to deposit the monthly value, or it will deposit the money and allow the positive value to be shown. So public void deposit, these are the different methods that we have created. So these are this is the method for getter method to view the balance. This is a setter method to deposit some amount in that. So if amount is greater than 0, the balance would be incremented. The value which balance was initialized as 0 will be incremented with the amount part. System.out.println, this is for printing. So printing deposited plus amount. Else system.out.println invalid. This is also the else part. This is if else loop we are running. Setter method to withdraw the money. These are two program logics we have created. Public void withdraw double amount if amount is greater than 0 and amount is less than equal to balance. So balance minus is equal to amount which has been initialized again. System.out.println withdrawn plus amount. Again for printing part we have written. Then system.out.println insufficient balance or the invalid amount. So now the example, we have already created different public method, that is your getter method and the setter method. Now we'll be calling those methods in your main. So public class encapsulation, this is your, this we have created a class. This we have created a class, public started void main, this is my main method. So create an object of the bank account which we have already created in the previous slide. Bank account is equal to new bank account. I have assigned the value 1000 by creating an object. So now I'll be assessing the balance using a getter method, wherein I'll be directly printing because my method has been called from there. System.out.println current balance plus account.get balance. Deposit money is account.deposit 500. I have put the amount 500. System.out.println updated balance will be again account.get balance. To withdraw the money, similarly account.withdraw is 300. System.out.println updated balance and account.get balance. And now let's dry run it. So let's dry run is current balance was we have initialized by creating an object passing a value that is 1000, and then we have deposited the money. So if my balance is greater than 0, the balance will be equal to balance which I am putting it. So balance is 1000. Now deposit will be 500, the value which have account.deposit, wherein we have called this function. So updated balance will be 1000 plus 500 is 1500. Now withdraw, I've called it here with the amount 300. So the balance amount is 1500, withdrawal will be from this updated balance, that will be 300 deducted 1200. And then insufficient balance, why this last line error is because I am trying to withdraw is 2000 and my balance here is 1200. So then my else statement will run and it will print insufficient balance or the invalid balance. Coming to the abstraction part. Now what is an abstraction? So abstraction is also one of the important feature of object oriented programming system, which is the process of hiding implementation details and only showing the essential features to the user, which means the required part is only shown to the user, and it helps in reducing complexity and increasing code reusability. Code reusability means I don't have to write the code again and again. I can directly reuse the code from my private or the public class wherein I have called that particular method. So it hides the unnecessary details and only shows the relevant functionalities. Can be achieved using abstract class and interfaces. Abstraction is done through two methods that we'll be covering, that is using a keyword abstract and through the APIs, that is application programming interfaces. Helps in maintaining a clean and modular code structure. So how do we achieve abstraction in Java, which I have already told? It is done through two keywords using the abstract class, that is abstract keyword. Directly we'll be writing using, like, for to create an object we use the new keyword. To do the inheritance we use the extends keyword. Similarly, to do the abstraction part we write the abstract keyword. Abstract class cannot be instantiated and cannot be used to create an object. It can have only and only abstract method wherein the implementation part is not shown. Using the interfaces keyword, wherein interface is a fully abstract class, only method declarations are done. All methods in an interface are public and abstract by default. Otherwise we have public, private, protected, but by default we'll be considering for interfaces they are the public methods only. Classes must implement an interface and provide method definition. So this is the Java program for the same. Let's assume this is a class we have created animal. Now we are doing the abstraction. So for the same abstract class animal, and we have already specified using, if we are objects are not created for the abstract class, and the methods that we are using will not have any implementation part in it. So abstract void make sound. Now this is the method we have created, wherein there will be no implementation in only the, and in abstraction we can have both abstract method and the concrete method, and in the concrete method we can show the implementation part. So implementation means that you want to print, you want to use the if else statement, whatever we want to use we can do that in the concrete method. So void sleep, another method. System.out.println sleeping, this is for printing. Now subclass, we have the child class which we have created. This will be created for the this particular abstract class dog extends animal. This is a function void make sound. System.out.println dog barks. Now the main method wherein we'll be doing the calling. Public class abstraction, public static void main string argument. Animal, my dog is equal to new dog. This is a creation of the object using animal as a key reference variable. So we are not directly creating the object of animal, but we are creating the object of the subclass using the reference variable of the parent class or the abstract class. My dot make sound, this is the overridden method which has been called of the animal function. Animal class, my dog dot sleep, this is a concrete method from the abstract class. So the output would be for the same. Now what is the benefit of the abstraction is it hides the implementation, which means the animal class doesn't show any of the implementation, it just show the method that is make sound. Whatever implementation that you had to include, it is being included in your concrete method only, concrete class only. So it encourages modularity, which means I can add different set of animals like cat, cow, sheep, whatever other subclasses you want to add in, you can add over here without modifying this particular class. So it improves the code reusability, which means the sleep method is common for animals and I don't need to write in all the other subclasses. So abstraction using interfaces, this was using abstract keyword. Another one is using interfaces. So using interfaces we have 100% abstraction, and this will contain method declaration. फिर ये आगे कैसे करेंगे, सर को ना बुला ले प्रमोद से. मुझे भी नहीं पता ना.